Before we get into the video, a couple of safety things we must go through. So first thing, unplug the machine from the power supply. Isolate that plug so nobody else can plug it back in while you're working on it. Wear some safety gloves because inside the machine is some very sharp edges. And lastly, if you're not confident doing this, contact your local repair agent to help you out. Okay, so in this video we're going to show you how to remove and clean your drain filter. Now your drain filter in most cases is found on the front of the appliance, usually on the right hand side, but it is occasionally on the left hand side. You do generally have some kind of flap you need to open and move out of the way, whether it drops down or opens side to side. But before we get into that, I just want to say, why would you need to check your filter? Well, draining faults are one of the most common things you're going to see with a washing machine. Now, that will in turn lead to spinning problems. So if you are having problems with your machine not draining or not spinning properly, then checking your filter should be the first thing you should do. And it's quite an easy thing to do, so it's well within your capabilities to try it. Now, in this instance, I'm just going to pop that open so you can see what you're dealing with. In almost all brands, you've got a screw type filter that you unscrew and remove. But just want to stress to you, however, if you do have draining problems, then likelihood is your machine is full of water. Now you're going to need to get rid of that water first before you think about unscrewing this. Now, a couple of ways you can do that. On some appliances you get an extra hose. It's called a siphon hose, and you pull that hose out, flick the cap off, and it'll just slowly siphon all the water in here into a bowl. This particular machine doesn't have it, so really the only way you can do it is to pull the machine forward from under the worktop, just sort of tilt it backwards at a 45-degree angle so it's resting on your worktop, and then put a bowl underneath it and then just open your filter to let the water out, and then when your bucket is full, shut your filter, empty your bucket, start again. I do want to stress, however, there is almost no way you can do this without splashing a bit of water on the floor. So my recommendation is make sure you've got a couple of decent sized towels and you just place them around the filter ready to catch any water. Now, for the benefit of this particular video, this appliance has been emptied of water, but I just want to show you, because this is the same on all brands, in that all you do is unscrew it, and even when you've got all the water out, there's possibly still a tiny little dribble going to come out of here. Another good reason why you would have a towel ready to catch the water. So this is quite common of what you're going to see with a filter. So if you do have problems with it draining and not spinning, and you see loads of lint and coins and all sorts of things blocked up in here, then that is probably why you're having problems. Now simply just cleaning this out, getting it under the tap, rinsing it out, will fix your problem. So once you've cleaned it, it's just a case of popping it back in, screw it back up nice, not over tight. There's very often a stop mark, so they don't generally let you over tighten it. You tighten it until it physically stops, and then that is it, that is done. So that is how you check, clean and remove your drain filter.